Matt Lenihan for Boxing Social in association with William Hill and Empire Fight, so I'm always delighted to be joined by Pody McCrory. Pody, huge night. Belfast is going to be absolutely bouncing. How buzzed are you to be fighting on another big card here? In what will this will propel you into some huge fights towards the end of the year?
Yeah, it's a big night for Belfast. It's a big night for Irish boxing actually. With last week's results and Katie Taylor and Quigley losing and Dennis Hogan and so forth. So it's up to us now to get the show on the road again. I fully believe Mick can get the job done tonight, and it's a big night for me. We're now moving. This is our 17th fight, and we're on the verge of some big fights.
I spoke to Michael and I said, because of what's happened last week, I said, do you feel any pressure? I said, because Irish boxing's on the rise, undoubtedly. Some of the best talents about in boxing, prospect-wise, you can see them coming through. It's a new wave. I know Conlan boxing are branching out to places like Galway with Kieran Malloy. Obviously, you went to Germany to snatch that title and you put on a terrific performance. So I asked him if there's any pressure, and he's like, nah. He says it's all about just getting the job done. But there must be a sense of pride in wanting to make sure that Ireland's still put on the map in a big way.
Yeah, of course. I don't think things change for Michael. It's just about him showing up on the night and taking care of business. But I think outside of Michael, I think sort of as a boxing nation, a win tonight would be massive for the country. Michael's always had pressure, and he's always dealt well with that. So I expect him to do the same tonight. But as you say, Irish boxing's definitely on its way up. We're bringing BT Sport to Belfast and ESPN, which is a big feat in itself. So it's up to the likes of me, Anto Kachi, and a few other lads to get good wins in it and hopefully bring them back again.
You went into the Lions Den in Germany. I think Wasserman, what said they overlooked you, but they expected their man to get the job done, and you went over there and said, no problem. Irish fans turned out for you over there as well. It was incredible to see on TV when you're in, foreign soil and everyone's bouncing. You went over there, did a job, one of your career highlights, and I'm sure there'll be many more to come. But what's next for you? What do you want to do? Because I know you're not one of these big talking. You're not effing and blinding, going, I want him, blah blah blah, and that's not you. So we're not asked to do that. But respectfully, what do you want to do? Who do you want to fight? Because there's some huge names out there for you now. You're now in a position where that belt you've got unlocks a lot of doors. You've now got a bit of a carrot to dangle to hopefully entice someone in or to move on to another title. What do you want to do?
So I'm back down to super middleweight, which I think is my weight. When Wasserman, they gave me the fight, and I was light heavyweight, so they probably expected me to go there as a smaller man, and it didn't work out for the guys. But for me, I was close to getting the Berlanga fight, which fell through sort of like last minute. So I would probably like the winner of that fight, Berlanga and Jason Quigley, which is a big fight. Or I'm in a good position, but like with the BA, I was nearly getting a final eliminator with Fakao, which was meant to be on this show and was agreed. And then he got the world title shot. So hopefully I can be next.
I'll tell you what, the winner of Berlanga Quigley, get that in New York. I'm sure your fans as well. You'd like that, wouldn't you? You want that experience over there, MSG. Either arena, it'd be great for you. Yeah,
listen, when we were in talks, I think we were deep in talks. I let a few friends know that it might be happening, and they were on the flights already, so you'd expect a big crowd to go. They always travel with me, which is great. So New York, Berlanga, or Quigley, that's a big night for me.
When you think when Matchroom obviously have put all their eggs in the basket, sort of, they signed Edgar Berlanga, the big fuss made about it, etc. But when they're going to be looking to do it, they're going to be needing fights to push him up, etc. But you'll go over there with the whole sole intention of I'm gonna take you out. Whereas you can see fighters when they're being built. He's not at that stage anymore. He needs opponents, genuine opponents who people not 100% sure, and you would fit the bill for that. How confident are you that if Quigley or Berlanga win, that you can try and get the winner? I know Jamie Conlan's got a decent relationship with seemingly everyone, so you'll be able to hopefully do that for you.
Yeah, of course. As you say, New York, Irish. I think it fits the bill I'm world ranked, which is what they're looking as well. I'm 4 with the BA, I'm ranked with the BC, I'm ranked with the IBF as well. So it truly fits the bill. Puerto Rican and Irish. If Berlanga wins, that like for me, that's a massive fight to be made. And if Quigley wins, Irish v Irish, we could do it here, here in Belfast or in Dublin or somewhere in Ireland, which is massive for Irish boxing as well. So again, I'll be rooting for Quigley that night. But I would just love to get the winner.
Who do you think wins the fight?
I'm going to go for Jason Quigley.
You think you've got it in him to beat someone like Edgar Berlanga?
Listen, he was an amazing amateur. I think he was maybe amateur or silver medalist.
He's an accomplished amateur. He has got some time.
Yeah, great. He's obviously moved up in weight. He had a fight a few weeks ago and he done well. So I think he has the boxing ability. Berlanga seemed to have struggled in his last 4. People say struggled, maybe because he's not knocking people out in the first round, but he's still winning the fights convincingly. So I think it's a good fight, and if Jason can box a smart fight, I think he's more than capable.
Well, look, Pody, it's always a pleasure catching up with you. We're looking forward to seeing you do your thing tonight. I know it's going to be a raucous atmosphere from the opening bell. I think the first fight's at 4 p.m. It's an early start, but this is what's great about tonight. And mixed ring walks at 9. I'm sure everybody looking forward to seeing you as well. So I appreciate you talking to Boxing Social. We'll catch up hopefully after your fight, and yeah, hopefully you get that big fight you want. Ideally, New York Berlanga or Quigley over here.
Yeah. So that's the one. I'm on 10:30 after Conlan. So if this is out before, tune in.
Appreciate your time, bud.
Thank you.